My name is Christine Reimer, and I was the ad traffic manager and the associate ad designer for PRM, and then for the website I was primarily working on the WordPress theme. So the biggest challenge when working on the website was definitely the learning curve. So there's only so much time the instructor has to spend with each person, so you have to do so much additional learning on your own, which was both wonderful because we're in school to learn, but it was also very difficult because there's so much you don't know that you have to implement, so therefore there's more you have to fake, but you just walk out on the other side with all of this knowledge that you kind of cultivated yourself, which is very cool. It was so much work to try to get that whole site up and going and living and breathing, and so when you kind of stood back and you looked at the thing in full, and you're like, I did that, it's done, I don't have to work on it anymore. That was a really proud moment. So currently I'm lead design and development for Reserve Technologies. They're a company that does web solutions for the travel industry. So my job is to communicate with clients. I do mock-ups, I do full-blown web designs, I carry the process from start to finish, either myself building or passing it off to somebody else to build. But basically I'm the kind of key person for that communication. Almost everything I learned in the program I use in my day-to-day job. Whether it's the creative suites of Photoshop, Illustrator, InDesign, and then everything I learned during the web portion. A lot of what Hubsway taught us with skills with customers and contract building and that kind of stuff, I use all the time when I'm working with the clients for the initial. So yeah, basically absolutely everything I learned at school I use every day. The biggest thing for landing a job, and I think not only for me but for anybody, is just you have to build those connections. So you have to have a personality where you can kind of say, hey, I'm confident in what I'm doing, I can do this, and you can't be shy, and it's not about being modest. You have to prove that you're worth it to take a chance on, because everybody's in the same boat. In terms of areas that I thought I was going to go into, I was attracted to the publishing program because I wanted to be a book publisher. And I had a love for literature, and I actually go back to my high school every year and I judge the writing contest there. And I also had a really big passion for art and graphics. So the program attracted me because it was both literature and writing for magazines, and then the artistic side, right, with graphics and such. And then we hit web. I could actually see myself doing web design for the rest of my life. I love going to work every day. I love working on a challenge. I love that I get to put the website to bed at some point and I don't have to look at it anymore, I don't have to think about it, and it's kind of like a fresh slate every time. So it really doesn't have that monotonous drawl that some jobs can have. Every day I go in, there's something new, there's a new challenge, there's a new problem, there's something to overcome. I'm learning every day, I'm constantly trying to solve problems or do something cooler or push myself harder. And I'm in a perfect environment where I can not only do that intellectually, because programming does take some sense of intelligence, but also creatively, because I'm not only building things that have to be used, but I'm building things that also need to be beautiful. 3 words to describe web design. Challenging, infuriating, and rewarding.